Okay, so we're going to compare a couple of functions dealing with situations for taking portrait pictures. So it says portraits. Paolo's Portraits charges $15 per photo with no sitting fee. The graph shows the fees for Clear Image Studio. So we're comparing two situations, one for Paolo's Portraits and one for Clear Image, and they give us this graph. And here's what they want us to do. Compare the functions by comparing their rate of change. So let me highlight that. So what we're wanting to do is look at the rate of change for each of these situations. Okay? So we have Clear Image, and then let's write Paulo's Studio in the next part. Give me a second. So over here, we'll write the information for Paulo's. Paulo's Portraits. Okay? Uh, wow. When they're asking for rate of change, what do we have to find? It's up here. What are we really looking for? We're looking for the slope. Well, on a graph, we know how to find the slope, right? Let's do that for Clear Image Studios. We got a graph. We're asked to find the slope. So pick any 2 points, and let's figure out rise over run. So let's see. We're going up and over. Let's see. For the rise, we're looking at the y-axis. We're going from 12 to 24. We went up by how much? 12. For the run, we're looking at the number of portraits. How many portraits did we? We went from 1 to 2. That's a difference of what? 1. So now let's write down the difference in the y values over the difference in the x values. And let's include the units. So we went up 12. 12 what though? What are we measuring on the y-axis? Money. So this is $12. And for the x-axis, we went a change of 1, and that's, what are we measuring on the x-axis? Portraits. So he charges $12 for every portrait. We just figured that out. Okay? So that's that. Let's go to back to Paulo in the sentence. What does that tell us? How much is Paulo's portraits charging for every portrait? It's right here. He charges $15. So let's go ahead and write that down. Um, so we just figured out, one, just by literally plucking out of the sentence here, how much Paulo charges, and then finding the slope with rise over run, we figured out how much Clear Image Studio. Um, we want to compare their rate of change. Who charges more? Who charges more per photo? That's a good question. Paulo charges more. So you can say Paulo charges more by $3, or Clear Image Studios is $3 cheaper, or $3 less. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's say Clear Image Studio charges $3 less per photo. Boom. There you go. So it's just a matter of knowing how to draw out the information you need from what's being asked. Classic things that they'll ask you on any type of test, including the one we have Friday. Everybody ready to move on to number 2? No? You need more time? Okay. Commission. Let's talk about what commission is. You guys know what commission is when you're selling something? Yes. No. Yeah. It's like a percentage or a certain amount, a certain rate in this case. Very good. For everything you sell. So, like maybe you go to Target, they don't earn commission. But you go somewhere like, a big fancy mall or Rodeo Drive, and you go buy like, I don't know, a Louis Vuitton bag. The person selling the bag is going to be very aggressive, very nice, but very aggressive, and because they're earning a commission, they get a percentage or a certain amount per bag. Yes.
And if you buy like a custom painting,
Yeah. Anything that's expensive, right?
what you pay them is like their commission.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the rate that they're going to get. So anyone selling on commission is because they're making money, like real estate agents, people that sell homes, right, or condominiums. They earn commission. So they're going to try to give you the best service possible and try to get you to pay, as much as you can, because they'll be making some money off of that. All right, hold on. Okay, so commission is when you make money from selling something. Okay, so in this case, we have Joshua earns a salary plus a commission. So he earns a salary. That's just his normal pay. So his normal pay is his salary. And then he's going to earn commission for every painting he sells. The equation C equals 40P plus 75. So that's the equation that tells you how much money he's making, where C is the commission in dollars and P is the number of paintings represents how much he earns. So this equation tells us how much Joshua earns, okay? Martin's commission, so this is for Martin, I think, are shown in the table. So this table tells us how much Martin earns. Okay, compare the function by comparing the y-intercept and the rate of change. Okay, so let's do that first. This is what we're asked to do. You should always understand what they're asking you to do. So they're asking us to find the y-intercept, the b-value, and the rate of change, and what do they mean? Okay, so here we go. So let's start with Joshua. Okay, we have Martin here. And we're going to write information for Joshua here. Okay, and for Joshua, let's write down the function they gave us. C equals 40P plus 75. Okay, and this, remember, lines up with y equals mx plus b. They're just giving us different letters, but it's the same structure. So let's see if we can't read this. His commission is $40 times P, which is the number of paintings. So 40 times the number of paintings plus 75. That's the money he's getting. Okay. So one of those is his commission. It's either the 40 or the 75, and the other one's going to be his salary. So is he making $40 per painting or $75 per painting? How much is he making for every painting he sells? 40. He's making $40 per painting. So the 75 is no, the 40 is his commission. The 75 is his salary. He's making $75 no matter what. You got 75 bucks. How many do you? Yeah, but every painting he gets $40. Okay? So we can write that down. So basically we've got this. We've got a y-intercept of $75 and a rate or slope of $40. Okay? We have to find the same thing for Martin from the table though. Okay? So we'll write it up right now. Okay, so let's take a look at Martin, see if we can't find the slope and the y-intercept. Slope is not too difficult. Let's just figure out the rate of change. How much are we increasing for the number of paintings? We're increasing by what rate? 1. Then over here we went from $115 up to $50. How much is that? 35. And if you notice 150 to 185 is also 35. So it looks like his rate is going to be $35 for every painting. Okay? So his slope value, can you open the door? Is $35 for every painting. So that's how much he's making for commission. $35 for every painting he sells. How do we figure out the y-intercept though? We can do this. I'll show you a little trick. We want to basically figure out when x is 0, remember we talked about that? What the y value is. So say you add another column here. How do we get from 1 to 0? What do we have to do mathematically? Yeah, take away 1. Yeah, you go backwards. Yeah, we're here, we want to go back 1, make it to 0. Similarly, we want to not add $35, but we want to subtract $35 from the $115. We're at $115, take away $35. Instead of moving up 35, you subtract 35. Okay. How much is that? 115 minus 35. $80. So guess what? His salary is $80. All right, so now let's break it down. Let's write down how much they each earn. Martin earns $80 salary plus $35 per painting. Joshua earns $75 plus $40 per painting. Okay. Let's go to the backside. There's only one left. This is actually a table and a graph, but it pertains to this one problem called toll roads. Okay. So here in Southern California, we don't have too many toll roads. They're all called freeways, and they're called free for a reason. You know why?
Oh, I know.
Because they don't charge you to ride them. Go on. Right? Toll roads, like they have them some places here in Southern California. Or have you ever been, like on certain freeways, they have these special lanes and they have these special signs, and they're not very busy. Have you ever seen that? Yeah. Some of the lanes are very busy, some of the lanes are not busy. Those are not so busy because they're toll roads. They charge you to go on those lanes. Like they'll grab your license plate, or you might have a special device that charges you. Or if you've ever been to other countries, like I know in Mexico they have roads where you pay, and then have you ever heard of, in Spanish they're called casetas? Have you ever seen them? And you stop at some random spot, and then you have to pay some money and then keep on going. Those are toll roads. So that's what we have here. Back east, they do have more toll roads. It says the table shows the cost for traveling on a toll road in Henderson. So this tells us how much they're charging in the county of Henderson. The cost for traveling a toll road in Clarkson, you find it from this graph. Okay, so this tells us how much Clarkson is charging. This tells us how much Henderson is charging. Now here's what we're going to do. Compare the linear functions to determine which is a direct variation. Justify your answer. So we have to go back to something you covered in 7th grade, and we'll review it right now. Direct variation. Okay. So anybody remember about direct variation? I'll tell you the most important part. It's a linear function that crosses through the origin. So we're looking for 0, 0. So it has to form a line, and it has to go through the origin with 0, 0. Okay? So let's see here. Let's start with the table here. Well, the table doesn't tell us, right, that if it goes through 0, 0. So we're going to do that little skill that we just did. Let's figure out, this is X, miles traveled. This is Y, the cost. So let's figure out the rate. How much are we increasing in miles each time? We're going 10 to 20, 20 to 30. It's up by 10. So for every 10 miles, how much are they charging? $3. It does. That's a lot when you consider, yeah. All right, so $3 for every 10 miles. What if we wanted to go backwards to 0? How much would I need to go back? I'm at 10. How much do I need to move back? Minus 10. That gets me to 0. Well, if I went backwards 10, how much do I have to take away from 3? How much, if I was going up 10 for every 3 miles, I have to go back 10 for every 3 miles. So take away 3 from 3, and what do we get? 0. Okay. So is this a situation where we have a direct variation? Yes. Because at 0 miles, you pay $0. Let's look at the Clarkson graph. Look at the Clarkson graph. How much are you paying at 0 miles? $2. Well, looks like just to get on the road, they're going to charge you $2, and then whatever the rate is. Is this situation a direct variation? No. Can't go on the road. Well, they will charge you. They'll take a picture of your I'll send you a bill. So yeah, this is non-direct variation. For it to be direct variation, it would have to go through 0, 0. This one is direct variation. Okay, so let's answer the question. Determine which is a direct variation. So Henderson Toll Road is a direct variation because at 0 miles, comma, they charge $0. Whereas Clarkson, that must be the rich county. Actually, in Orange County, they have toll roads. And down in San Diego. Okay. And because they're more empty and more well taken care of, people like to drive on those. Okay, so the assignment is, I'm going to pass it out.